KSBM Radio's creation. Student-led from inception to narration. Crafting content from dawn until dusk. All students involved in the work and the fuss. In the heart of Townview where voices reside. Student-led discussions where ideas collide. From interviews with leaders, peers, and businesses. Just watch us work, creating innovative content. Every aspect managed with student finesse. From podcast production to social media press. No task too daunting, no challenge too grand. KSBM Radio, we taking a stand. KSBM Radio, students leading the way. Every task idea, we seize the day. Witness now as all of our efforts break through. KSBM Radio, the voice of Townview.
Come closer to the music.
Broadcasting live from Marvin E. Robinson School of Business and Management, Dallas, Texas.
My radio station.
We are KSBM Radio, the voice of Townview.
Radio, the voice of Townview. I'm your host, Blossom, and I'm here with my co-hosts,
Richie,
Des,
Santi.
And today we're continuing our SBM 50 and TMC 30 Alumni Series, celebrating Townview graduates who are making an impact in their careers and communities. Our guest today is Mr. Brandon Collier, a proud graduate of the School for the Talented and Gifted, class of 1999. After earning his BBA in marketing from the University of Houston, Mr. Collier built a successful 15-year career in sales before discovering a new passion, user experience design. Today, he serves as the manager of digital experience at Dallas College, where he helps shape accessible, meaningful digital interactions for students in the community. His journey from sales to UX strategies reflects both creativity and resilience, redefining what it means to connect business goals with human needs. Mr. Collier, welcome back to Townview. Is there anything you'd like to share before we get started?
Thank you. No, I just want to thank you all for doing this, for bringing me back. It's great to be able to walk the halls again and kind of be able to give back and talk to you guys. No, thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Oh, really cool. Is excited to have you. So let's just get started about your past and how it was here at Townview. So what made you choose TAG, and what was the environment like when you were here?
What made me choose TAG was my mama, straight up. I really didn't know about TAG. I was looking at different high schools at the time. I knew about Skyline, and I knew about Booker T having their programs. And so I was just kind of looking around, but my mom, I guess someone had told her about TAG. Out in West Dallas at the time at Pinkston, but and we knew that Townview was coming, so it was being built at that time. So there really wasn't anything that we could build from. We had no context for Townview. It was something unique that was happening. So Mom got me excited about it in the beginning. Just to answer that part of the question, she talked to me about the TAG program, and she had spoken to other moms that had sent their kids through there. And so being a good son, I did listen to her and. I mean, it was a great decision, but the vibe here and the energy and the environment was, everybody was coming into this new. It was all different. For me as a freshman, the first year it opened, just high school was exciting already. And then to be a part of something that was being done new in Dallas for the first time and bringing all these different interdisciplinary like studies together in one building at the same time was exciting to me. So the vibe was exciting. The energy was all the way up. And so, yeah, it was a nice time to be here.
and how did TAG's culture or teaching style shape the way you approach problem solving?
TAG. So TAG, what it really helped me out was to be a critical thinker, to be really, and to be open. So not only to just accept things that are told to you, challenge things, to make sure that you understand them better, but to also just be open to everyone's opinions and ideas as well. So it was a very open environment, a very inclusive environment. It was a different environment for me coming from, a predominantly black school in my neighborhood. It was mostly, people around my house versus coming to Townview already, being open. And then in TAG, just like I said, the technology, the skills that they taught us was to be a critical thinker and push yourself to that next level of understanding.
Were there any teachers or experiences that sparked your interest in marketing or design?
That's a good question too. So I got to give it up to Miss Marsha Evans, man, at the time when she was here. She was the art teacher at the time. She really got me excited about visual storytelling, and she brought in a lot of projects and ideas from an artistic standpoint. Being a visual kid myself, it taught me art in a way that I hadn't seen before. I was into comic books and things up to that point, but then it took me to understanding different movements and different styles and different ways of expression through art, which eventually led me to look into more design things. And Ms. Jones was an art teacher here at the time, so I was able to take art classes with her too and just really explore that kind of arena with that. So I got to give it up to Ms. Evans for that.
How would you describe your high school self, and do those traits still show up in your work right now?
I think so. I love to have a good time. I love to have fun. I love people. I love, like I said again, the openness and learning about different areas was exciting to me, and that's something that you do in user experience. So you have to understand different peoples and kind of the way that they think. We call them mental models, kind of how they approach tasks and how they do things. So, yeah, absolutely.
And what can you tell us about your senior year at TAG?
Senior year at TAG, let's see, man. Let me see. You gotta take me back. Let me think about it. Senior year at TAG was real cool. You know, it was like I said, we were the first class to go through all 4 years at Townview, so that was exciting. You know, we had all the activities that were going on senior year, the prom that would happen. TAG had their prom, and then Townview had their prom, and then we also had our schools in our local neighborhoods that they had activities, so we would go to that kind of stuff too. So. And being with different people here that have different home schools and high schools, so I could have connections at DeSoto or Duncanville or Hillcrest or anything like that from the people that maybe do extracurriculars there, athletics or whatever have you. And so again, the senior year was exciting. It was tough, at TAG for us because we had to take a lot of pre-AP and AP type classes, so we always had a full schedule. We had that 8 schedule, so I'd be kind of jealous of y'all going to the co-ops and things and being able to leave school half day and stuff. So I remember that part, but it was exciting, great time to be here again, and just getting exposed to college and what's next. So I would say it was just exciting again.
And can you tell us about your college journey after high school?
My college.
Your college journey, yeah.
Yeah, my college journey. So so when I left TAG, I went to UNT. I took some of my basic courses there, and I also went to and took classes at DCCD at the time, so Dallas County Community College, which we actually did dual credit here, so that gave me an opportunity to kind of take some classes and get a head start in college with credits and gaining like that. So I started there. I started with UNT, took classes there for some of the more creative things that they had, and also they have a really great relationship with our counselors and things here. So I went there first, and then once I kind of understood what I really wanted to do, kind of do more entrepreneurship, more marketing and business type things, I wanted to kind of learn more about that aspect. I went to University of Houston, where I went to the Bauer Business School and got my background in marketing.
So looking back, what value or lesson from TAG did you take with you into your college journey?
The value of lessons. So technically, they had me ready for class. Like those first basic classes, I might not have been that great here, but I was cold up there. So those first classes, they got me prepared technically, but more holistically and more, like I said, on the whole wide journey. Again, it was that critical thinking. Just to be able to be able to challenge my own ideas and be open to that without getting totally flustered if someone did challenge it and it maybe changed my perspective. So that was something that I was able to take into college, where I'm able to open and learn different things and really find out more about myself and my values too.
Do you think you still have like those critical thinking skills now that you're out of college? Like, did it still carry with you throughout?
Yeah, absolutely. It has to. With user experience and with just thinking through design in general, like we're trying to help people do a task, but we're also trying to understand the problems to that task. So it takes critical thinking to know, like, what exactly are people trying to accomplish? You need to think through what exactly is the problem that they're having, and how can I create or remove anything that's blocking them from doing that. So critical thinking is a critical part of the entire user X journey and how you implement those methodologies.
How did you find yourself in sales after college?
That's a good one. So like I said, I was in marketing at school. So when I was there, my part-time gig when I was taking classes at U of H was asking donors. I was calling alumni for money. So basically I had no product. I'm just calling people, say, hey, give me your credit card and give us $100,000, $500,000, whatever have you. So that's kind of how I started with it, just call center, because you got the good hours. Like, you're calling people at night after classes, make a little decent amount of money that I can, buy some of my own pizzas or whatever have you. Hit a party or two for the free before 9. But they were able to do that. So I started with that, and it kept going into after I graduated. So instead of going into marketing, I continued in sales and kind of doing some more of the telemarketing things. Long distance was kind of a thing. It had gotten decentralized in Texas, so there was a lot more competition, a lot more ability to sell there. And then the money started kind of coming in with sales, commissions. I got better at it. But it was because I love people. I love to interact and talk and do things of that nature. So it just kind of came naturally to me. And so that kind of is where I did with sales. So it led me through a good career for say 15 years. So
And how did your background in sales and marketing influence how you approach UX research and strategy today?
Yeah, so understanding needs is crucial. If you want to be a successful salesperson, you got to understand your client's needs. What is it that they are trying to solve? What are their pains? What are their goals? What are the things that keep them up at night? How are they working around their problems to get the things solved? Like they're figuring it out somehow. So how do you do that? So those were some of the things that you do in sales as well. In UX as well, is you're trying to identify those needs. The difference is instead of here's my solution and I'm trying to uncover the needs that my solution can solve, I get to design a solution for you now within the platform, of course, that I'm working within. But I can design something, I can create something to help you remove those barriers so that you are doing the things that you really want to do without it being so persuasive or influential in trying to really get you to make that close.
So,
I was going to ask, can you explain what the user experience design is? Like, what is that career? What is that role?
Yeah, absolutely. So UX is rooted in human-centered design. So essentially, how we think about it in terms of just to break it down, when I tell my mom, what is UX? It's web design, it's application design, it's digital. Every touch point that you have right now with digital tablets and interfaces, from your car radios to your tablets, your phones, smartwatches, everything digitally, that's kind of where UX lives. And it's trying to understand, again, the needs that people are having when they come to your app or when they come to your website or when they're trying to interface with your product, and trying to overlap that with the business constraints and their needs, rather. You have to understand the business requirements. They're trying to make money. They're trying to get things to happen. So how can you be the voice of the customer, making sure that they're being heard, that you're representing them. You fight for the user, as they say, as we like to say, like the Tron series. So it's like we're fighting for the user, but we also understand that this is a business. We have to make things happen. And then finally, understanding the constraints of technology. Like, we tend to think very forward. Like the better UX designers are going to think futuristic and think what's coming next and how can we make those things for the users today. So you're trying to find that sweet spot between the platforms that you're working with. Like you said, y'all have to make things work sometimes here, and you also have to understand that you have business goals. We have to get things done in a certain time frame with and hit certain KPIs or measurements of success. And we also have to understand what are the needs of the people that come into us, because if we don't solve those needs, then we're useless.
What does a typical day look like for you?
Typical day. So, again, I'm a manager of digital experience. Mm-hmm. Right now, we manage the forward-facing Dallas College .edu website. Mm-hmm. So everything you see on the website, my team basically puts online for the college. So right now, my day typically starts with I look at what's going on a little bit in my email, but I typically have my day planned. So I have certain projects that I might be working on already. It may be designing a landing page. There may be a campaign that is coming through. So again, something I didn't mention is UX often lives under marketing. So oftentimes we're helping to create experiences from marketing. So a lot of their initiatives and things that are happening with that. So my day typically starts with understanding some of those campaigns, talking to some of the other departments around the college, understanding what they're trying to accomplish and how we translate that into a digital perspective. So some days might be more meeting days, and other days might be more execution days, more tactical, where I'm literally coding, building the pages, building websites, prototypes. Some days I am getting to speak with students directly. I'm testing the designs and keeping them involved so that we're making sure that we're solving what they need. And then at the end of the day, it's just following up and a lot more meetings, talking to people, making sure we're still in alignment.
Sorry.
You can go.
What's one accomplishment or project that you're especially proud of?
The one accomplishment I'm especially proud of, I'm unique that I get to work at Dallas College because we are also in the community, right? So one project that I got to work on was the Workforce at Redbird Center. So the Workforce Center at Redbird was a huge page that was built. It's a huge initiative for the community as well as for the college. So I was especially proud of that because Redbird is where I grew up. Redbird, that was the mall where I got my first pair of J's. That's the mall where we were hanging out all the time, you know. So to be able to do something to help, revitalize that area, revitalize the community, revitalize that mall, and bring something that's going to help grow everyone around it was especially impactful for me to be able to do, and something I'm particularly proud of that we're able to get something out that really helped my community and the school's needs. So that was a unique project.
And UX is about understanding people. How do you ensure digital experiences truly meet the people's needs?
Yeah, because we can assume, right? But how do we know? How do we know that we're meeting those experiences or those expectations that they have? And it's kind of like what I mentioned a minute ago. It's getting students involved. Like we literally, when we design something, we go out and we ask people. We ask our students. We ask them, what do they think about these designs, and kind of take back what they think and how they're using and observing how they're using our products and how they're kind of navigating through these spaces and where those digital touch points happen, and making sure that we are removing that friction. So sometimes it is a little bit tougher to measure or to see, but if someone's able to, sometimes we measure in terms of get through registration a little bit more quickly. If they're able to understand something on a page a little bit more easily. You can tell, sometimes we can monitor their clicks. We can see where they're looking and what they're doing or scrolling. So the way that we ensure that is we look at some of those metrics, but we also go out and keep them involved, not just in the beginning or the end, but all the way throughout the process. Whenever we make a change or something, we test, like, is you like A or you like B? It's A/B testing, literally. And then we also do interviews. We ask them, and we have them go through the product. So keeping the students in the middle of our design and keeping them throughout the process as like our 12th member of our team, if you will. Like they're the silent collaborators that help us with our designs. Keeping them engaged is the best way to do that.
Oh, give me the mic closer with you real quick.
Get me.
All right. Next question is, you said earlier that people in UX usually see stuff forward, so we want to ask, how do you see U of X and technology moving on and developing over for years?
That is, that's the question, right? I mean, with AI and all the disruptions that are happening in pretty much every industry right now, where do we see UX going? So I see it moving more in the ones that are going to continue to rise to the top are the ones that are going to be the more strategic thinkers, the ones that are really understanding and giving insights to what their users need, and not just implementing them, because AI is getting better at implementing what we do every day. It's getting better and better. You know, it was given the 6 fingers a couple years ago. Now you don't see that so much. We don't joke about that as much as we used to. So I see it moving forward and being able to deliver experiences that are truly delightful for people, truly useful to people, truly genuine and authentic in the way that they execute things. So where UX is going now is going to be more strategic as opposed to just building wireframes and prototypes. It's going to be more, how are you thinking through these problems and how are you solving them for your user, for your business, and within the constraints that you're given.
So what advice would you give TAG students who are unsure about their career paths or are afraid of changing directions?
Man, because I pivoted and changed and transitioned quite a bit. And I would just say, right now, try everything, man. Try everything. Anything that kind of interests you a little bit, try it. You know, there's a reason why it excites you. There's a reason why it might upset you. Go all in, go deep, and try everything. Right now, y'all are time billionaires. You got time on your side. You can try this stuff and, 90 days, 100 days, if you want to do a small experiment with it, or a few years, and you'll have a chance to pivot and change and still be a huge success in whatever it is. But you definitely want to try everything and give your full effort to whatever it is. Really go in, go deep, understand it, be curious, and stay open.
So looking ahead, what kind of impact do you hope to make through your work in digital experience and design?
So, of course, in the education space, I'm looking to really continue to help level the playing field for everyone that comes into education. I think that it's one of the best ways that we can elevate humanity, that we can elevate the world, is through education. And so to be able to kind of continue moving that forward is what I'm seeing with it.
if you could, for our signature question, if you could go back and give advice to your high school self, what would you say?
Going back to my high school self, again, go deep, man. Go big, go deep. First of all, thank you for coming here. Thank you for doing those things that set me up to where I can be where I am today. Yeah. And also, again, just go deep, man. I sometimes you play small, you know, and I think that I could have went bigger sometimes. I mean, and then looking back, you always think that. I mean, and I think about that Collier verse, everything I'm not make me everything I am. But at the same time, I was like, man, just go big. Know that God got you. You know, every mistake or anything is all helping you move forward. So just continue to go big and go deep and get that understanding, and you're going to be great, kid.
So once again, thank you, Mr. Collier, for sharing your journey with us today. From your time at TAG to building a career in sales and transforming into a UX leader, your story shows how curiosity, adaptability, and dedication can lead to a meaningful impact. And to our listeners, thank you for tuning in. This is what our SBM 50 and TMC 30 Alumni Series is all about. Celebrating Townview graduates who are making a difference in their careers and communities. Be sure to follow us on social media and subscribe so you don't miss our next episode. Until next time, this has been the KSBM Radio, the Voice of Townview.
Stay awesome.
Thank you for listening to KSBM Radio, the Voice of Townview.
My radio station.
We hope you enjoyed the great content and great discussion, all from a student's perspective. Make sure to follow us on Twitter for the latest updates at KSBM_TVT or on Facebook at KSBM Radio.
Add them on Facebook.
Check them on Facebook.
Take care.